What if I told you that behind these inconspicuous walls lies a treasure trove of automotive history waiting to be rediscovered? Imagine a dusty old warehouse seemingly unremarkable from the outside, but inside it holds secrets of the golden age of automobiles. We are about to embark on an extraordinary journey into the past, where classic cars that have been hidden away for decades are waiting to tell their tales. The thrill of discovering such rarities is akin to unearthing buried treasure. Each car, from sleek roadsters to elegant sedans, has been a silent witness to the stories and eras that shaped them. The air is thick with the scent of old leather and engine oil, a perfume that evokes nostalgia and sparks the imaginations of car enthusiasts and historians alike. As we peel back the covers, these vehicles appear as if frozen in time, each one presenting a unique snapshot of automotive evolution and craftsmanship. Join us as we step inside and uncover the stories these classic beauties have to tell. As the doors creak open, we're not just stepping into a warehouse, we're stepping back in time. Inside, the air is thick with the scent of old metal and engine oil, a perfume for the car enthusiast's soul. The first sight to greet us is a panorama of dust-covered shapes, each car a slumbering beast under a blanket of time. The dim light filters through the windows, casting shadows and playing tricks with the outlines of classic autos that haven't felt the sun's touch in decades. Here, a row of sedans lies beneath tattered cloths that flutter softly as we pass, whispering secrets of days when they ruled the roads. There, sports cars are shrouded under heavy canvas, their sleek lines and curves merely hinted at, promising thrill and adventure. Each cover, whether frayed or neatly placed, suggests a reverence for the treasures it protects, a bid to keep the passage of years at bay. Each of these veils hides a story, a relic of the past waiting for its moment in the spotlight. Beneath the dusty top lies our first gem, a 1950s roadster, a true icon of its era. Picture this, the sleek, elongated body of the car, its shining chrome accents gleaming even under layers of dust and time. This isn't just any vehicle, it's a masterpiece of the 1950s, a decade often hailed as a golden era of automotive design. The 1950s were a time of great innovation and optimism. The roadster from this era embodies the spirit of freedom and the thrill of the open road. It was during these years that car designs took a bold leap forward, with automakers experimenting with rocket-like tail fins, vibrant colors, and luxurious interiors. This particular roadster, with its elegant curves and imposing grille, was a symbol of status and speed. Culturally, the 1950s roadster played a significant role. It appeared in numerous films and was often associated with the glamour of Hollywood's golden age. Imagine the likes of James Dean or Marilyn Monroe cruising down Sunset Boulevard in this very model, the engine humming a tune of power and promise. It was more than just a car, it was a cultural icon, a vehicle that captured the essence of an era marked by prosperity and the birth of cool. Now, why was such a desirable piece left to gather dust in a forgotten warehouse? It's possible that as newer, more modern vehicles took the spotlight, these classic beauties were relegated to the shadows, stored away by collectors who perhaps underestimated their future value or were overtaken by other life priorities. Today, the desirability of the 1950s roadster has only intensified. Collectors and enthusiasts around the globe seek out these models, not only for their beauty and historical significance, but also as investments. They are not just purchasing a vehicle, they are acquiring a piece of history, an artifact that holds stories of a bygone era. This roadster isn't just a car, it's a piece of art, a snapshot of 1950s glamour and engineering prowess. Next, we uncover a luxury sedan that once graced the streets during the swinging 60s. Imagine a car so sleek and polished it turns heads on every corner. This was the reality of our luxury sedan, a true jewel of the 1960s. With its gleaming chrome trim and lush leather interiors, it wasn't just a car, it was a statement. The design melded elegance with the boldness of a new era, featuring sweeping curves and an imposing grille that announced its presence with authority. Underneath the hood lay not just an engine, but a marvel of the era's technology. Equipped with features that were ahead of its time, such as power steering, automatic transmission, and electric windows, this sedan offered a driving experience that was both luxurious and cutting-edge. It was these features that set it apart in a decade driven by innovation and style. But who drove such a car? It was the elite, the trendsetters. This sedan was likely owned by those who were not just participants but influencers of the 1960s cultural tableau, movie stars, corporate moguls, and perhaps even politicians. It was a vehicle suited for the high-profile individual, one who appreciated finesse and demanded superiority in every aspect of life. As this sedan cruised the vibrant streets, it witnessed the pulsating life of the 60s. From the revolutionary tunes of the Beatles wafting through its open windows to the impassioned speeches of Martin Luther King Jr. heard over the radio, this car was a front-row seat to an era of profound change. It saw the rise of civil rights movements, the birth of pop culture, and the reshaping of social norms. Today, as we gaze upon this magnificent machine, we see more than just a mode of transport. We see a capsule of history, a mirror reflecting the dynamic shifts of its time. This sedan is more than just a mode of transport. It's a silent witness to the era of cultural revolution. Hidden in the corner, under years of neglect, a muscle car flexes its forgotten power. The muscle car era, a golden age of high performance and strikingly designed automobiles, roared to life in the early 60s. It was an era defined by a youthful spirit of rebellion and a thirst for speed. Amid this revolution, one model stood out, not just for its engine's roar but for the cultural footprint it left behind. This particular car was born in an age where automakers were locked in a fierce competition to produce the fastest, most powerful vehicles on the market. It featured a robust V8 engine known for its remarkable horsepower, which at the time was a feat of engineering marvel. The engine wasn't just about power, it was a symbol of freedom, a mechanical heartbeat that promised adventure on the open road. In terms of performance, the car was a beast, with a 0 to 60 time that could humble even today's standards. It was a staple on drag strips across the country. Its suspension and rear-wheel drive were tuned to handle the kind of raw power that could only come from a V8 of this caliber, making it a favorite among racers and speed enthusiasts. But the influence of this muscle car stretched beyond the racetrack. It became a cultural icon, immortalized on the silver screen and celebrated in countless songs. Its sleek lines and aggressive stance made it a symbol of the era's larger-than-life ethos, capturing the imagination of a generation. It was more than just a car, it was a part of American identity, a mechanical embodiment of boldness and innovation. Today, despite the dust and the years of neglect, the spirit of this muscle car endures. Its story is a testament to a time when cars were more than just a means of transportation. They were an expression of personality and ambition. Even silent and still, the raw power of this muscle car can almost be felt pulsing through the air. Amidst the well-known classics, a rare, almost mythical car model surfaces. Tucked away under dust covers and decades of obscurity, we uncover a vehicle that whispers tales of a bygone era, a car so scarce that it borders on the legendary. Imagine a car crafted not just for the roads, but for the annals of automotive history. This is no ordinary find. It's a limited edition model, perhaps one of only a handful ever made. Its sleek lines and unique design elements speak of a time when car makers were not just engineers, but artists. The history of this car is as captivating as its aesthetics. Originally produced as a prototype, it never went into full production, making it a ghost in the world of classic cars. Its engine, revolutionary at the time, promised performance that was ahead of its years. For collectors, this isn't merely a vehicle. It's a piece of time, preserved. This car isn't just rare, it's a legend, a phantom that many believed no longer existed. As we conclude our journey through this warehouse of wonders, we ponder the future. Within these dusty covers and under these rusted frames lies not just metal and rubber, but a treasure trove of history and potential wealth. Each of these cars, from roadsters to muscle cars, carries a story worth far more than its weight in steel. The value of these rare finds can be monumental. Restored, they could fetch sums in the high six figures, drawing the attention of collectors and museums worldwide. Their historical significance, capturing the essence of automotive evolution, makes them priceless artifacts in the cultural landscape. Imagine the meticulous restoration projects that could bring these classics back to their original glory. Such endeavors often ignite a spark among car enthusiasts, fostering a community passionate about preservation and celebrating heritage. These cars, once lost to time, now stand ready to begin a new chapter, perhaps more glorious than their first.